If you start lying to them, if they think that, okay, he's not supporting, he's not very truth, okay. If you say, I'm so busy, you go on vacation, you want ask them to work only, then you're not truth with them. Yeah. I always try to make sure that my employee respect and trust to me, and they are fully highly motivated. Whether I was at the corporate also, I was leading a team, I try to make sure I always stand for them. Fundamental is very, very important for anybody, okay, engineer or non-engineer. Okay, to work on any sort of a deep tech product or a not a deep tech product. Fundamental is very, very important. Okay? The first thing is that the person whoever works with the team, he should be very curious. Curiosity means he has to come up with a curiosity. Curiosity is a skill that is needed here. The second thing is that he should be resourceful. Teamwork. You need people who are good at teamwork here. Empathy is the one which really need that, okay. Empathy skill is needed on any kind of an employee, okay, or maybe any kind of a leader. So CBD is nothing but it's a capacity building development program, which is initiated by Ministry of Education. So Ministry of Education has initiated this program, and almost close to 45 universities had tied up this, and because the Ministry of Education is paying half of the money, and then college also has to pay out the remaining half for travel, mentorship, and all multiple things are there. More than 80%, 99% of the parents, they say that, okay, I want my son to join a public sector or some corporate. Only 1% will say that, okay, Google's or Microsoft. Some 1% will say, India, we are a software company. We are pretty good. Already proved by many companies like Infosys, TCS and all, we take it. So we are in the execution. But the problem what I see is that we are not deep engineering. I would say that when it comes to the aerospace component, we talk on microns. We talk on micron tolerance, that this length should be 5 plus minus 0.001 nm. Yes. Think about it, take here, which is a micron size, that dimension accuracy is needed here, okay, to read the surface space also. We don't have that in India. Corporate life, people what they talk of the tea is that, oh, this long wicket is going to come out here. Where did you go? Indonesia, Sri Lanka, outside. Okay, at my age, they start thinking like my friends, like their family, they are visiting Paris and all. What I'm doing now, okay, so visiting. I'm working on Saturday, Sunday, and this one because it takes time. Yeah, it takes time, and people will come out because there is a path is struggle here, and the most common who suffers. Okay, I'm very passionate. I'm very encouraging, and I feel that it's a point. Who is suffering with the family? My advice to young engineers is that be a fundamental first. Okay, don't directly go and on the AI side, don't think that AI will replace kind of a, only AI will sustain the market here. So AI is a particularly tool you need to know. Okay, you can like helps you on the data analysis process on, but still the humans, okay, is needed. So humans needed means that you have to take the decision. How did you take the decision? And your fundamentals are good. Where I'm lagging, I want you to work on. You have to be very true on them. Otherwise, they won't work for you. If you start lying to them, they think that, okay, he's not supporting, he's not very truth. Okay. If you say, I'm so busy, you go on vacation, you want ask them to work only, then you're not truth with them. Yeah. And then accountability. If something fails it out, if they won't able to deliver it out, you have to take accountability. You should not go and blast to them that, okay, it's your mistake, why you did it here. As a leader, you have to be an accountable. If you come up with this support, truth, and accountable, definitely the respect and the trust is going to come out. And that is very, very important. I always try to make sure that my employee respect and trust me, and they are fully highly motivated. Whether I was at the corporate also, I was leading a team, I try to make sure I always stand for them. even the past employees, when I started the company, they were very curious and they wanted to join my company. But they were pretty high paid than 30, 40 lakh. Yeah, clearly less. I cannot afford that. That has stopped them. A lot of the people that, okay, just wait and watch here. That the thing goes fine, then you can come over.
Okay. And what is that engineering skill you think is universal across the industry? Like in the aerospace or in the medtech or in the energy sector. What is that engineering skill or a principle which stays universal?
Okay, so
Since you have worked across the industry, I just asked.
So for me, it is very important certain skill set apart from technical skill set. Definitely, anybody who is from engineering or non-engineering, the fundamentals, okay, the engineering fundamentals are very physics-based. If physics, how that is happening, okay, when I say how, and when somebody, the fundamental is very, very important for anybody, okay, engineer or non-engineer, okay, to work on any sort of a deep tech product or not a deep tech product. Fundamental is very, very important, okay, as well. The second thing comes up as a behavior skills, like, okay, how the person do a job, okay. Fundamental is must. On top of the fundamentals, okay, even though somebody has a good in fundamental, if the skills which I say is not good, then he won't able to execute the job or find difficulty. The first and most important which I learned, okay, as I said, because the corporates like GE, Honeywell and all, they teach you like on the process side, they teach you like how the innovation and thing comes out. Yeah, very process oriented. Yeah. But and they also figure it out in the same name, but the same sort of a skill set. But as an entrepreneur also, I look for a similar. The first thing is that the person whoever works with the team, he should be very curious. Curiosity means he has to come up with the curiosity. Curiosity, the skill that is needed here. The second thing is that he should be resourcefulness. Okay, so you give a work to them, an employee that can do a chip design. Okay, and understand maybe a thermal. Because you are talking about your product violate about like thermal, Wi-Fi, and the same thing. Can you basically tell me that, okay, what security feature on this particular product is there? Resourcefulness guys, what he does is basically, suppose he don't know, okay, somebody person sitting next to the door, he goes and asks that, okay, what is that, how to solve that issue here? He can quickly go it. Curiosity is important. Curiosity will help them to figure it out. What is next? Why is happening? Because his observation skills will be pretty good here. Curious guy here. He tried to learn more. Resourcefulness, teamwork. We need people who are good at teamwork. Empathy is the one which really need that. Okay, empathy skill is needed on any kind of an employee. Okay, or maybe any kind of legal. So these are all the skills basically I see to develop, and it's not like a bookish kind of a thing. People will develop it. It takes over the period of time, like how somebody works on any project, maybe starting from first year to final year, how he take up the project, how he is curious, how he is resourcefulness, how it's working with the team. Yeah, you will come to know when they work on the project. Because engineering colleges, 7 to 8 people work on the BTech project. Yeah. How they work as a team here? Even the 7 people don't know. Somebody don't know about the Arduino. Yeah. Everybody now use the Arduino, for some sort. I just see many Arduinos always throwing it out. So if somebody don't know the coding, yeah, he has to go and connect with the people. Yeah. Okay. Then that resourcefulness, curiosity, this skill set carries over and needed till people dies.
So true. It's like cycling. You don't forget the cycling.
I don't forget because it's inculcated on your behavior.
Yeah.
And that's how you succeed here.
So you are also a mentor for the CBT program, Ministry of Education. Can you throw a light on the same?
Okay, so I would say I was very lucky as a founder to be part of CBD program. So CBD is nothing but it's a capacity building development program, which is initiated by Ministry of Education. So Ministry of Education has initiated this program, and almost close to 45 universities had tied up this, and because the Ministry of Education is paying half of the money, and then college also has to pay out the remaining half for travel, mentorship, and all multiple things are there. So in this program, almost close to 8 to 10 IMs, okay, IMs are participated, and many new IITs, almost all new IITs. Old IITs, I can see IIT Kharagpur has participated, and all NITs are there, and many central universities. So I was very lucky. I'm a mentor for this particular program. So I used to travel to multiple institutes, but I am mostly associated with one of the central university, which is GGB Bilaspur. So
Bilaspur.
So that's so monthly once I travel, at least for 2 days, interact with professors. As I was talking about the skills like curiosity, observation skill, directed thinking, okay, the teamwork and all, we need to inculcate this kind of a behavior from first year student till the final year. How it behavior? Because nowadays, if you look at the teaching pattern, okay, I won't tell that. Last time I had people from IT Chennai as an intern. Last summer intern. I asked that, okay, how did you clear your 11th and 12th? They said like on a dummy school. Okay, so they were in the dummy school. They cleared the JE. They went to that. On the third year, they did an internship with us, and I asked like a question like, how are you really going to the classes? They said no, because YouTube's many lectures are available from the American professors, so they find more passionate.
Even back then, when we didn't have lectures, we used to want.
Yes, so back then our then we get also bang also. Yeah. So now the situation is completely different here, because people won't find it interesting because they won't observe. They knew the YouTubes are available, AIs are available to learn for the marks. Now again, come back to the CBD program. As I said, multiple universities has participated, and this program is initiated by Ministry of Education with a one objective here. We talked about incubation. We are now sitting in one in the incubation, the Great Incubation Center, New Hampshire College here. Okay, so now if you look at the number of entrepreneurs which is coming out from colleges here, because as you asked the first question, that always people prefer to choose a corporate. Okay, and that is the real truth here. And some time back we did the survey on figuring it out with the parent survey, that what parents think. More than 80%, 99% of the parents, they say that, okay, I want my son to join a public sector or some corporate. Only 1% will say that, okay.
Google's or Microsoft's.
So 1% will say. So ministry also knows this fact. Okay, even from the people from the IIMs or IITs, okay, they are very techie guy, and they easily get the jobs, because India is a software hub. India is a software capital. We are pretty good in execution, and that's where, as I said, like this particularly program wants that number of entrepreneurs has to increase threefold. If suppose in 2025 the entrepreneurs who are forming the companies is X number, okay, maybe some institute may be 100, somebody may be having a 5, somebody may be having a 20, 200. We don't know the numbers. The institute knows the numbers. So intention is that through after this program, okay, the number of entrepreneurs who file in their own company, running their own company, may increase threefold. With that intention, this program is started. I'm one of the mentors where I visit to the colleges, discuss with the professor to make sure that, okay, what changes they observe. So you will be surprised. I almost mentored more than 20 professors in the last 2 years of different department, computer science, electrical, anthropology department, biotech department. They come and say that, okay, this is the activity or project activity and things he's doing. to improve the observation skill, curiosity skill, and then they, with the review matrix, they score it out. It's a very lengthy process. This is one objective. The second objective for this particular program is that I interact with the student startup and the incubation startup also. So incubation cells. So every college has the incubation cells. So they have their own startups. Okay, and I used to interact. The startups comes and as they review with the mentors like me and what stage they are. They're at the revenue stage or they're at some AR level stage. What testing they are doing. At the same time, the students also the startup. They come up with the idea and ministry pays the money to them for their prototype to support them on their ideas. So we decide. So if last year, if I just see 2025, 26, close to 100 ideas, we were 3 mentors. One is Tripathi sir, who is a director in GRTPC. Okay. He is one of the mentors with me. He and me, along with one is the senior director in BARC. Okay. P3. So as I said, I was very lucky to and many are like worked on almost work for multiple companies. So it's my first company being mentoring. But I always get feedback that young all of mine always brings something new on this program. So I always get the positive feedback from the program director and all about me. So that makes me to connect with the students. As I said, many student startups I reviewed, close to more than 25 startups I had reviewed their ideas, not reviewed their ideas, idea to prototype and putting on the market. Still people connecting and asking that to me that, okay, I got this funding and I'm doing this one, what's with my next step? So I feel very motivated that, okay, when I travel to this institute like IIT Bhilai or GGV, the people, this company.
IIT Bhilai has also come.
IIT Bhilai is also participated in this program. As I said, IIT Kharagpur is there, many IIMs are there. They are doing the same, they have the different mentors.
And IIT Bombay is not there?
IIT Bombay don't need it's already a brand, yeah. IIT Bombay is like, they already have their incubation, they already have this process here. So I'll not talk more about that. Okay. So this, I think this also role fascinates me because we are creating the future entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs, just like we are
creating another set of entrepreneurs.
Yes, that's really need for India because, as I said, India, we are a software capital. We are pretty good. Already proved by many companies like Infosys, TCS and all, we take the world. So we are in the execution. But the problem what I see is that we are not in the deep engineering. Okay. So when it comes to deep engineering, we are nowhere. We say we work on the multinational companies. Okay. To be frank, like very few deep engineering work it comes out here because almost all it's get controlled by outside here, global expertise, and that is the problem. I want to build this to be in India. Okay. And do we have a caliber? Yes, we have a caliber. Do we don't have a brilliant minds here? Yes, we have brilliant minds. But somebody has to stop doing that and has to take that step. Like me, if people come out who knows the industry very well, definitely something new change will come. We don't need to buy it. We don't need to buy the equipments from outside here. You just see that our governments are not. I don't say that. Okay, nothing wrong about it. We buy many technology. Okay, from Russia. Okay, in billions of crores. Okay, you just see all the deals, fighter jet deals from the. It's all from outside. Why not to be in India? Okay, the reason why not to be in India, because our suppliers are not that capable. They won't understand, and that is one of the reasons they won't able to develop that product. I would say that when it comes to the aerospace component, we talk on microns. We talk on micron tolerance that this length should be 5 plus minus 0.001 mm. Let's think about a thing here, which is a micron size. That dimension accuracy is needed here, okay, to meet the surface finish also. We don't have that in India, and it's not we don't develop it. It's now the deep tech fundings are coming, the DST fundings are increasing, but it's still that number is pretty low, very low, very low. Many ministry talks, okay, I'll not tell the names that, okay, why these startups? Why the hell they like the people who develop the e-commerce website here? Just see that, okay, when they go out of the nation, they pick the people who just copy paste somebody from China a product here, or somebody who is working on maybe on e-commerce product, or something on the I would say the fintech here. That's not a product here. So see, that kind of a deep tech encouragement is needed, which is in India, and also like the support system is needed here much. It started, but still I would say that, okay, there is a huge improvement needed on this particular area.
So the gap is like how much?
Huge gap. So we have the potential here, and that is one of the reasons the people won't jump out from the corporate life. So corporate life is completely different, as I said. Corporate life, people what they talk at the tea is that, oh, this long weekend is going to come out here. Where do you go? Indonesia, Sri Lanka, outside. Okay, at my age, they start thinking like my friends, like their family, they are visiting Paris and all. What I'm doing now? Okay, so I'm not visiting. I'm working on Saturday, Sunday, and this one because it takes time here. It takes time, and people will come out because there is a path is struggle here. And the most common who suffers. Okay, I'm very passionate. I'm very encouraging, and I feel that okay, the things are going. Who is suffering with the family here? I really don't have much time for my family here because I travel to Pune, I travel to Chennai, I travel to Bilaspur on a monthly basis. When I was at corporate, I was not traveling this all. I was going to Alibag, I was going to Mahabaleshwar. Now I am enjoying it, okay, because that's my passion. Who is suffering is the family here, okay, because others are going, and that's where like the differences comes from.
Okay, that brings us to the last question. What is the advice that you want to give to young innovators and researchers, engineers, something like the colleges, and who can take a leap towards entrepreneurship, who is having the scientific mindset? What is the advice?
My advice to young engineers is that be a fundamental first. Okay? Don't directly go and on the AI side, don't think that okay, AI will replace only AI will sustain the market here. So AI is a particularly tool you need to know, okay, because that helps you on the data analysis process on, but still the humans, okay, is needed. So humans needed means that you have to take the decision. How did you take the decisions when your fundamentals are good? Don't directly jump on like learning the website and all and lagging your own fundamentals. If you're an engineer, talk like an engineer. I was asking one of the interns, I asked him that, okay, how the transformer works. He was not able to. Okay. What is primary, secondary, coil? So, mechanical way asking what is bending moment diagram. Very difficult because they are not attending class. They're thinking that okay, they will learn some data analytics course. People goes behind what trends are. AI. Okay, AI is a tool here. You have to know it, but apart from that, you need to basically make sure your fundamentals. When the time comes out for a fundamental, you have to be very fundamental. Whether you go to a corporate or whether you have to choose an entrepreneurship path here. The fundamentals are very, very important. And then apart from that, also you think that, okay, how did you learn about the marketing, sales, if you think that, okay, to be an entrepreneur, or to be entrepreneur also, that this entrepreneur means like, there is a term called an entrepreneur, yeah, okay, corporate wants that, okay. Working on the company feels that, okay, they are owner of that company. That's basically a definition of entrepreneur. So for that, micropreneur, yeah. Okay, so they want that skill set is needed here. Even I'm working as a corporate, I feel that this is my company. Okay, I'm the owner of that company, and that is needed here. It's needed here
to have the complete ownership and to maximize your potential.
Maximum potential, and that's what I say to the students: stick to the fundamentals, know about AI, data, and everything, and And that's where like, okay, and this is the time, yeah, okay, after the college, less liability, less risk. India needs, okay, I would say India needs that, okay, people who has to come up as a courage to do something own rather than it's running behind the right race. Okay, definitely it's a path is different. You will get rewarded now, immediately or after certain period.
And some quick ones, like how do you define IIT Bombay one word?
Okay, brand. It's a brand, yeah.
Okay, F1 engineering book.
Recent engineering books or
What engineering book?
Okay,
One.
okay, so engineering, even engineering, any engineers can read it up, which is a purple cow, I would say. Okay, so I would say every engineer has to read it. The purple cow by the say go in here. Okay, so that particularly tell you that what kind of a product, the fundamentals working. How do you see USB? Have you seen any guy with purple cow?
It's just a quick one.
Yeah.
One productivity skill or habit that you swear by. Yours. Okay, so then we are winding on time. And thank you, Rajdeep, for an insightful conversation. And being from my own state, I was easily able to connect with you. And I hope viewers find it insightful.